Good morning again. Another lovely morning here in the UK, London. Good morning to all of my viewers. Hope you are all well and leading a good and happy life. Today, my topic, as usual, today, first of all, I need to introduce myself, Dr. Najeeb Ahmad Rumi, as you are aware of my name, and I'm public health and mind well-being practitioner here in the UK, London based. Today, as you have seen, the topic, which is very important, and the name of the topic is dopamine addiction. Today we will go through what is dopamine. It's a hormone, rewarding hormone, and it's a pathway how it is forming. It forms in our brain. It's neurotransmitters. I will let you know in a very simple and a very easy way, because so that it should be not difficult task for all of you to understand. So today's topic is dopamine and its addiction. Dopamine addictions, dopaminergic nation. I call dopaminergic nation without notions. In terms of addictions, when you are addictive, then it's really very difficult and very alarming and challenging for God forbidden, for anyone who may have experiencing of this addiction. So if you see, the title is this, and it's based on my therapy, theory and therapy. What is that theory and therapy? Neuro-narrative therapy. What is neuro-narrative therapy? It's because it's a neurons, chemical reactions. It's everything is in your upper story, in our head, in our brain. And narrative, we are going to build up the narrative under the influence of if it is natural way of processing rewarding hormones, dopamine, then the narrative is very healthy and helpful for yourself as well as for others. Then it is because it's a natural way of formation and secretion of dopamine. So let's start. What is dopamine? You may have some knowledge or some know-how about dopamine. Dopamine is a natural reward system here. Dopamine is a natural hormone released by brain, number one here, because it's a natural reward system associated with our hunger. When we are hungry, then of course, natural reward system, our dopamine level goes down below the baseline of dopamine. So natural reward system in the body helps to feel pleasure. So when, just as for instance, as for example, when we eat food, delicious food, so when we are eating and we're just enjoying food, and what do we say? Oh, it's really, oh, I was trying and craving. Now I'm feeling more happy. I enjoyed my food, my meal. or whatsoever your delicious food. So that pleasure, what you are feeling, it is directly here. Dopamine level goes up when we consume our delicious food when we are hungry. So when the level of dopamine hormones here, rewarding hormones, goes down, then we feel starting craving, hungry. So it is not, although it's physical demand, but it's mostly it's here in dopamine level fluctuate, and then we feel hungry, we feel craving. So keep this mind, keep this in your mind that it is a rewarding hormone when we feel pleasures after the level of dopamine goes up, like eating, like natural reward system, like when we have food or even shelter, basic rights, human rights fulfilled up to the level of gratifications. So it's a natural reward system in the body help to feel pleasures. You feel pleasures. You feel like mating, like safe sex. When we release ejaculations, then we definitely it's reward system here. Level of dopamine goes up, and we feel, oh my God, it's pleasure. So it's sexual intimacy and eating, even shelter. We feel secure. It is generated when we expect some reward after facing stressful situation. Of course, when we are hungry, we starve. So it's stressful situations, and when level goes of dopamine goes down, we feel hungry and sometimes angry. So we start searching for food, and then after consumption of food, we feel relaxed. That is our neurotransmitter in our brain release, and then we feel pleasure. So it is pleasurable chemical, happy chemicals. There are many health benefits of dopamine because today we are going to discuss its natural reward system. There are natural stimulus like hunger, like safe sex, shelter, basic human rights. When these natural reward system, it's internal natural reward system because it's inside of our in our body. When it is when we feel hungry or when we feel unsecured, so it comes that we need to, it's internal stimulus inside of our body. Then we start going for search of that food or human mating. So it's a rewarding hormone, natural reward system because naturally inside, because it's internal stimulus, internal reward system. So we start an external reward system. Today we are going to discuss it's a natural way of dopamine secretion, which is healthy, and unnatural, artificial way of secretion. Because drug dependence, drug addictions, or even unhealthy behavior like greed. When we are greedy, we are in a positions of having more and more about making money because quality of life based on qualitative, optimistic with health dimensions like physical, mental, social, economical health dimensions. It gives you more pleasure, it gives you more natural stimuli. You need money to survive. And then when you use your reasonable and meaningful lifestyle by adopting, not using unmeaningful, you know, different corruptions or different means to raise your economics. So it is unhealthy. Sometimes it becomes addictive here. Your dopamine level goes down all the time because you are addictive to greed, selfishness, and you are in that position. You need more and more. Uh, you are obsessed about gathering money and possessions, positions. So similarly, drugs, morphine, amphetamine, player drugs, ecstasy, or even sleeping pills, or addictive drugs, alcohols, even smoking. These are all links to depression. When you're depressed, when you are not leading a healthy lifestyle, then directly it is because your level of dopamine goes down. That's why you start craving. You need more artificial ways to raise your dopamine secretion. So this is very simple. So today we are going to make comparison between a natural reward system of secretion of dopamine inside of our brain, which is very helpful. I will let you know the benefits of dopamine. It's a very healthy, positive hormone. And when we are addictive and using artificial, unnatural stimuli from external stimulus, so then we become addictive to drugs. When we become addictive to drugs, the similar addictive behavior like shopping, like screen addictions, you can name it, like food addictions, mood addiction. There are various ways and formation of addiction. Uneasy, sometimes sitting positions. So keep one thing in your mind: the natural way of secretion and formation of dopamine, and unnatural, and you look into the consequences of healthy is very helpful for your health, and unnatural ways significantly it's harmful. Then addiction is really a form of this red alert, alarming situation for all of us, for even youngsters, for any age group. So it's alarming situation. Even greedy behavior. We are not satisfied. We need more and more money, possessions. So that's why we are all the time we are in the race of that earning more and more. That's why we are not satisfied. We are having lots of mental health issues, depressions, anxiety, stress, you can name it. That is all associated with discontented state of mind because we need external stimulus, external stimuli in order to like artificial reward system. That's why we are in that race of earning more and more, becoming more and more filthy rich. So in that way, so then we would be in a better position to understand here in the London, it's a lovely morning, and I'm enjoying my cup of coffee. So coming to the point, which is the natural way of dopamine secretion, countless health and mind benefits, and unnatural and artificial way of secretion, of course, it's very alarming and harmful for our body and mind. You can name it. So, step by step, I will let you know what are the benefits of what are the benefits of natural reward system of secretion of dopamine and unnatural ways of secretions of dopamine. It's very harmful, and because it's mimic effect, it's artificial hair brain. You are going to cheat your brain by giving that drugs or your behavior, eating bad habits, even sexual addictions, screen addictions. addiction, shopping addictions, and the behavior, because you are greedy, you are not contented due to the will of God, or if you are non-believer, will of the nature. So keep that thing in your mind. So because there are many health benefits of dopamine. Lack of dopamine may lead to many health risks and disease, like we will discuss Parkinson's disease. It's due to because your mobility is directly linked to. I will let you know the benefits of dopamine. It creates winning habits. That's why it's winning. You feel victor and winning when your secretion, because it gives you reward if it is up to that natural limit through natural stimulus like hunger, mating, friendship, shelters, natural way. Then you are contented and you are happy due to that natural stimuli, and then you feel more relaxed, and other way around. Dopamine can be generated artificially through drug abuse, but it is very harmful for body and mind, for both, as I have mentioned. First of all, natural way of we will discuss natural way of dopamine secretion. Uh, Natural ways of dopamine productions create habits of regular lifestyle, keep the things managed, never messed up the things, and leads a like a stress-free lifestyle. Dopamine control our body and mind functions and movement when we have mobility, and it gives you more energy and more positivity to move more. Because it's I always say internal motivational force, that is internal motivational is due to this dopamine secretion. So it's a natural, but keep in mind, natural way of secretions of dopamine by leading a healthy lifestyle, walk in the park, talking to your friends, contentment. When you have greed in your life, then of course it's again artificial secretion of is going to trigger your dopamine secretion. That's very harmful. Then you become more and more, because it's rewarding hormones. Your brain needs more. It's because unnatural way your dopamine level goes down, and then you start craving about greed, about anger, about. Then at the end of the day, you or end up with drug addictions. So it help you to lose weight, even dopamine, if it is a natural way of secretion of dopamine through healthy lifestyle, walk in the park. So it's very helping. Improve your memory, dopamine. It's healthy neurotransmitter. Stop destructive behavior. What is self-destructive behavior? Because when it is the production is directly linked to your natural stimuli through healthy lifestyle changes, then it is helpful too, because then you start taking care of yourself. Then you it prevent self-harming, destructive thoughts, even suicidal ideations. Then it's a natural way. It's very helpful. It's repair all of your body and tissues uh, that is directly linked to that nerves. Stop self-destructive behavior. Stop certain addictive behavior. Certain addictive behaviors means like, as I have mentioned, drug addictive behavior, shopping addictions, food addictions, and sex addictions, artificial ways of addictions. It is helpful, and it help you to resist impulsive behavior, help you to avoid Parkinson's disease. It is very helpful for heart, kidneys functions, memory functions, mood and emotions, motor control, sleep, stress responses, pleasure and reward seeking behavior. So these are the benefits of, and you can Google nowadays. It's very common to find out the benefits of natural reward system of dopamine. So this is a dopamine and natural reward system. And now we are coming to the unnatural way: dopamine addiction, dopamine abuse, dopaminergic I use, dopaminergic nations. What is that dopaminergic nation? That dopaminergic, you are addictive to dopamine secretions um, through various drug abuse, cocaine, morphine, amphetamine, ecstasy, player drugs, even sleeping pills. So, smoking, alcohol consumptions, inappropriate level of alcohol consumptions. These are all directly linked to our unnatural and artificial way of reward systems by secretion of dopamine inside of our brain, which is very, very harmful for our body and for our mind. So, dopamine, certain drugs, certain behavior like greed, addictions, tobacco, you know, these are the behavior and addiction which artificially which help to increase the level of dopamine inside of our brain. It destroys the natural reward system. Keep one thing in your mind: when you start adopting unnatural and artificial way of production of dopamine by using different means, uh, unlawful means, corruptions, dishonesty, disloyalty, then it means that you are not even loyal to yourself. So that's why I'll say self-love, self-compassion, self-respect is the basis of my neuro-narrative therapy, which I have derived, and it's very helpful. Self-compassion and person-centered techniques, because you are the right persons who can heal or harm you. So that's why I always say, by the help of this neuro-narrative therapy, you can help yourself. Then you can reflect. You can improve your um, mind conditions through natural way of rewarding system. So it destroy the natural reward system. What? It's unnatural way of reward system by using drugs, by keeping unhealthy lifestyle, by overeating, addictive food behavior, drug addictions, gambling, even lazy lifestyle, sedentary lifestyle, because all the time, then you become more addictive to that dopamine secretion. Your level goes down, and then you start craving, and you are behaving uh, in a very you know complex way, and then nobody can help. Only if you are committed and if you are determined, then you can help yourself. Otherwise, even not your doctor can help you, not to your parents, not your brothers, sisters, not your friends can help you. Only the only person that can heal or harm you is yourself. So it destroys the natural reward system, and body continue to demand more and more dopamine secretion here by the artificial player from outside. This is called dopamine abuse or dopamine addiction. So this is all about the harmful effects of dopamine. These are this is alarming situations, and then we need to find out the solutions. What are the, because I told you the reasoning: natural reward system is directly associated with our hunger, with our shelter, which are basic human rights, safe sex, safe mating. And then when we have these kinds of things, then the natural reward system is going to trigger, and internal reward system, internal stimulus, internal alarming situation is there, natural way. Then you, and how you can adopt, how you can keep your natural reward system impact and intact, so that there should be positive implications of your neuron uh, dopamine secretion. So, in this way, what are the tools and tips which I used in my therapy? And I use the therapy, neuro-narrative therapy, to give more motivational energy, and to educate and empowered my service users, my clients, my patients. How? In this way, because as I have mentioned, the only person that can heal or harm you is you yourself, not anyone else. So try to be your friend, try to help yourself, because when your natural reward system is intact, then you are healthy persons. Your life expectancy can be uh, enhanced more. You can live longer, you can live healthy, and your physique is good, and all of the dimensions of health are directly associated with mm, your this rewarding system, like your physical health, because dopamine, as I have mentioned, its countless benefits on our physical health, mental and mind health. Again, dopamine secretion is good for our mind, good for our body, good for our social behavior, social health. Because when you are healthy, if God forbidden someone is drug addictive, and because that's linked to your dopamine secretion, and artificial way you are relying fully on that, then you switched off the natural way reward system, then you artificially, you are craving, and you are in search of money to buy drug or whatsoever the form of addiction is, like even shopping. You are not in using your means, then you are running out of money, and then you are using different tactics to fulfill your desire of shopping, and you can name it. Then you start doing, of course, unnatural means, or uh, different techniques. So natural way of dopamine secretion is very important. It's good for social health, even for spiritual health. Mindfulness meditation, as I told you in my many lectures, that mindfulness meditation is like a medicinal medications if done with dedication. If you're dedicated, if you're determined, then of course you can boost up your natural reward system through healthy activities, like walk in the park on regular basis. Taking care, self-love and self-compassion is very important. You start, because you have to write it, because neuro-narrative, you have to keep a diary, healthy diary, by keeping uh, daily up, writing daily updates about your what you are doing in the morning, afternoon, during night time. Is it helpful or it's not helpful for you? Then you have to self auditing, because you are if you are helper and healer of yourself, so you keep auditing. Your self auditing is editing and audit, self audit and edit, because brain is here, we need to, because I use mbbs: body, m mind, b behavior, and then b as shaping, mbbs. although it's our degree, but MBBS, body, mind, behavior shaping. So we need to shape our mind, behavior, and body through healthy lifestyle changes. Walk in the park regularly. It gives you more positive energy. How? Due to dopamine secretion in a natural way, because natural stimulus is inside. Motivational forces are inside because you are committed and you are motivated. Then, in this way, you enhance your positive level of neurotransmitter chemicals here. If you are lazy, if you are depressed, because dopamine, natural way of secretion of dopamine is helpful to combat with depression, depressed situation, stressful situation, anxiety, even fear and phobias, obsessions. It is helpful to combat, to control your anxiety and depression. So, in natural ways, healthy lifestyle changes, because fasting, as I told you, because I do continuous fasting, 20 hours, 18 hours, which is directly linked to your ketogenesis, ketone bodies, and then production of stem cells, which is very helpful. Sex hormones, growth hormones, and lots of benefits of keto. It's going to repair your cells and tissues, and it is helpful to reverse all of even your aging process, reverse even carcinogenic cells if God forbidden someone may have, and it is helpful for to avoid addictive behavior. So fasting is good tools and technique which you can adopt, but it's not for everyone. It's my lifestyle. I'm just sharing because I have countless benefits of fasting. That's why I'm sharing with you, because one of the great philosopher Rumi, he said, fasting is the first principle of health of health. Of course, if you're healthy, then your body is healthy, your mind is healthy, then your behavioral behavior is healthy. Your relationship with other people are healthy. If you're unhealthy, depressed, in drug dependence or addictions of greed, selfishness, you're not contented to nature, or if you are a believer, if you have faith or religion, then be contented to the will of God. So contentment is again directly linked to your dopamine secretions. When we are greedy, it means our dopamine level goes down. Then we start craving more and more. Then we use unfair means to to raise our resources. We start doing corruptions. That is addictive behavior, because then we become more greedy, selfish, and desensitized. Of course, then it is the harmful uh, implication and effects of dopamine secretion, which is directly linked to unnatural way of stimulation of our uh, brain to secrete dopamine here. Then it's very destructive for our body. And then we become senseless. We become, if you are drug addictive, if you have behavior like greed, selfishness, then of course, because you need more money, that's not your satisfaction. That's not your only. That is directly linked to your dopamine artificial secretions. Your level goes down, and then you start doing more unfair means to increase your resources. That is because economical health is one of the most important dimension of health, which is directly linked to our survival. So, mental and mind health, economical health, spiritual health dimensions. So, the natural way of secretions, according to my uh, theory and therapy, because theory, what is theory? That is, uh, theory is based on the basic philosophy of your, what is the basic philosophy? It's your internal, inner personal wisdom, how much wise you are, because the wisdom is you are going to change yourself. And external personal wisdom, what is extra personal wisdom? You are taking care of other species, you are taking care of the universe, you are interaction with positive interactive with other species like plants, like animals, like even the main source energy, water, sunlight. So, and then intra interpersonal, internal personal wisdom, interpersonal wisdom, the people around you. You are kind, you are compassionate, you are reflective, you are helpful, always say helping hands to help others. And you need to forget other faults. Then if you start doing this, then you can lead a healthy and happy lifestyle. So that is the basic philosophy of about going to situate your natural reward system, your helping hand, your contented to your internal wisdom. That is, you are going to change yourself and you are going to boost up your internal reward system by formation of dopamine. So if you are greedy and you are upset and you are not determined and you are weak personality, then of course you can have lots of you know justification about that. That justifications could lead you to abuse drugs. Then you will be drug addictive. Then you will start doing different kinds of, when you're dependent, drug addictive, then of course the other natural stimulus would be of no use. Then you can't boost up your uh, natural reward system to produce and to form dopamine. Then artificial ways you adopt and you start doing by using drugs and other stuff to increase your uh, dopamine secretion. So the best way is self compassion, self love, self respect. Start doing, because it's never ever too late to start living healthy, living happily, living longer, and then you can be a changed person. Otherwise, you are a chained person, chained of drugs, chained of addictions, chained of artificial reward system, chain. Then you can change. Mm, the change you can bring, the only person who can change or help you is you yourself. So these are what are those tools based on self love and self compassion. You have to keep a diary. Start it today, because star technique is star situation. Situation is dopamine secretion through natural reward system by keeping a diary, self compassion, self love, and self respect. Because you have to respect yourself. Leading a healthy lifestyle, meditations, going to the walk on regular basis, taking care of yourself, your personal hygiene, your clothing, your dress, and your behavior. Because we are what we eat. If we eat healthy, we are healthy. Then if we are and we are what we think, the way we think, feel, and act, action is everything. So my tools and techniques, my tips based on neuronarrative therapy is take action. If you see the descriptions of my this talk, I have mentioned that take action technique to avoid addictions. Add action to avoid addictions. Add actions means you are committed to you are going to boost up your positive and natural reward system versus unnatural reward system, artificial reward system by um, using drugs and other unhealthy lifestyle to boost up your artificial way to boost up to form your uh, dopamine. And natural way addiction, add action, you need to add action. What is that action? As I have a lot of other talks, action. A stand for C stand for challenges in your life. T stand for think. I stand for intelligently. O stand for organized. N stand for now, right now. This is action to boost up your uh, natural to secrete dopamine, which is very helpful, countless benefits. And addiction, addiction versus addictions. What is that? Addictions is addiction of drug, addictions of unacceptable behaviors, because we are human being. We may have lots of greed about more and more. Then we start doing corruptions, using unlawful means, and then we are having addictive behavior of that. So similar, if you're using drug, abuse drug, addictions are your behavioral addiction of shopping, overeating, unhealthy pattern of thoughts. It's external stimulus. We are in comparison with others. So keep one thing in your mind. Need to be contented with the gratitude attitude. Then this is my technique to make a comparison. Add actions. What is action? Accept A. C. Challenges. D. Think. I. Intelligently. Now, when you are organized, it means you are going to take action, positive action. You're going to organize your life. If it is you're disorganized, you damn care and mess up, things in your life. You're using your reactive mind. You are, aggressive and stressful about the situation with fearful thoughts, phobias. You're unable to sleep, behavior comparatively you are going to comparison yourself with others. So in this way unhealthy lifestyle you then use of stimulations unnatural way of you're going to boost up unnatural way of secretion of reward system. So when you're contented to the will of God and you're taking care of yourself and you're taking care of others, you're going to uh, add actions, addictive, add active behavior. Add, have you got my point? Add active behavior. You have to act, action. That action, add active behavior to avoid your addictions, unnatural way of secretion of dopamine. So addictive behavior is dangerous, of course. Then it's very harmful. It's very, very hard for you to give up that addiction. Even then you can, if you are determined, then you can use these tools and techniques. My therapy, you can keep in touch with me. If you are non-affording, if you are unable to afford, if you are less well off, then I can help you. Online services are there. It's highly confidential. But the only person who can heal or harm you is you yourself. Take well care of yourself. Then you reflect, take care of others. And then you can boost up your natural reward system in order to secrete and formation of dopamine here, which is complex it's chemicals, which is helpful for the whole of body system, mind and body system, and then shape up your body and mind through MBBS technique of mind, which is mind, M, B, behavior, then B, body, S, shaping. We are what we eat. If we eat healthy, then we can be a changed person. So by adopting healthy lifestyle, going to the park, walk, meditation. As I have mentioned, meditation can be medicinal if done with dedication. If you are determined and dedicated, and you are going to help yourself, then you can help others. If I'm unable to help myself, how come I can help you people? No, never ever. So coming to the point, what are the natural ways of going to boost up our natural reward system through healthy lifestyle changes? In order to bridge up the communication gap between our friends, between our families, then we are how bridge up our communication gap? We need to talk to our friends, our family on daily basis. We need to go to the park regular basis, use bike, go for a walk, brisk walk if you don't have any physical conditions, and fasting if you don't have any conditions, mental or body conditions, then you can go for fasting. Otherwise, you need to talk to your doctor, qualified doctor, registered doctor, in order to get consultation, and then it can be helpful for you. But healthy lifestyle is very easy. Eat well, and then beat well. You beat well is means that you are going to you're going to burn your calories in the park, walking, complex benefits, and you are going to. The main emphasis is you are going to avoid artificial ways of secretion of dopamine and natural ways of boost up your natural reward system, eating healthy, fasting, and mobility. Keep on mobile yourself, walk in the park, talking to your friends. And these are the taking actions and neuro-narrative therapy. You have to write it down on a piece of paper. What is your requirement? Whether you want natural ways, which is divine way. Unnatural way is, it's not divine. It's devil. Evil forces are there because both forces are inside of us. If you're a believer, then you just believe that God is inner state of your affair, and God is in your soul. And if you are non-believer, if you are atheist, if you don't have any belief in religion, and even then it's okay, it's good, because 8 billion people on this globe, they have valid and valued places, whatsoever their belief, whatsoever their religions are without religions. So then the negative forces are in form of that evil and devil forces inside of you. So positive forces are there. You are with positive mindset, and natural way of stimulation of dopamine is there. By keeping a healthy lifestyle, you can boost up your dopamine. Addictive behavior is again It's opposite to natural stimuli. Internal, external stimuli are there. Greed, selfishness, and you are in competitions of others. You are not helping yourself. It's a destructive thoughts inside of your mind and brain and body. And then you reflect. So try to keep a natural, healthy lifestyle. Eat well, healthy, drink healthy, live healthy, happily, and longer. Unnatural ways means that your smoking is again a form of addictions that is directly linked to depression because you are going to pollute your external environment as well as internal environment. Environmental health is very important for because it's one of the most important dimension of our health, physical health dimensions, mind health dimensions, social health dimensions, spiritual health dimensions, emotional health dimensions, environmental health dimensions, and your emotional health dimensions. Your one of the most important dimension of your health. Being wise, it means naturally you are going to thrive. You are uh, going to be more rich and rich in love, in respect of yourself. So when you start craving about the unnatural things, artificial things, addictive behavior, negative behavior, then you will be deprived of sleep. You will be deprived of, you know, of natural things. Due to that deprivation, you start doing craving. You start doing abusing drugs or start adopting unhealthy, you know, habits, addictive habits, in order to satisfy your brain and to release artificial ways of chemicals, dopamine. So it's directly linked to your dopamine secretion, nothing else. So when you come to realize that what is going on, why we are depressed, why we are stressed, why we are unable to sleep, why we are not having healthy food, why we are not taking care of ourselves, why we are jealous, why we are greedy, why we are extremist about anything. Optimistic level of everything is fine. Then we have to write it down. That is my neuro-narrative therapy. What's going on here? If you are satisfied, if you are contented, if you are leading a healthy lifestyle, because nothing is in your hands, only you can do up to certain limits. You can't go beyond that limits. Then you start thinking in a positive way, in a positive directions, because inner positive source energy is inside if you are a believer. God entity is in your inner state of mind. In internal state of mind, intrapersonal wisdom is that we are being guided by our internal source energy, Titi, divine mother. It's inside of our soul. So the scientifically proven theory and therapy is also that you have to find out that what is going on inside of our, if we are connected with our positive source energy or negative source energy. Positive source energy is you're going to boost up your natural reward system internal. You are following in the positive direction. This is scientifically proven, studies and research. And you, if you are destructive thoughts, you are going to boost up your artificial reward system of your body in order to boost up, to increase the level of your dopamine by unfair means. Like drug addiction is unfair means you are using. You are not fair to yourself, and you are not even fair are straightforward with your family, with your friends, because it's a form of corruption, it's a form of you know impurity. Then you are going to betray your own trust. You're not self-respectful. You're not respecting yourself. Then you would have lots of lack of self-esteem, self-respect. Then you will be fully dependent on drug or that bad behavior. You are linked to those negative, polluted thoughts here. So again, this is scientifically proven. Leading a healthy and happy lifestyle is get up early in the morning, go for before going to work. You need to do intermittent fasting if you are need to take more water. In 10 segments. That is in 10 segments is that you need to when you complete one segment, then uh, before starting another one, you need to give 2 minutes, 1 minute, just relax, thankful to first segment intending. That's very important. Then you start another segments. These are very small tools and techniques which can make your life easy. You can make your life a good sample of heaven, and or unfortunately, you can make worst situations through a natural way of artificial secretions, and then you can make the world or yourself life a hell because uh, as one of the great philosophers, Baba Shams Tabrizi, once he said in his poetry, wise words that don't search for heaven or hell in future. Both are here right now at the present moment. How, whenever you manage to love without calculations, because we are all the time calculated about loss or profit. Without expectations, we have lots of expectations from others. Don't expect. Help you. If you can help yourself, then you can be in a better positions to help others. Without negotiations, then he said that you can create heaven in this world. How? Don't expect anything, don't calculate, don't negotiate, just help them. Then in this way you can create a heaven. Then he said you can create hell at the same time if you are hatred, if you are fighting, if you are in greed, if you are going to boost up your negative artificial reward system. So then you can make a hell for yourself and for others, for your family, for your friends, for in the wider way, for the whole nation, for the whole globe. Try to be healer and helper of yourself. Try to help yourself, then reflect, then you can help others. Try to adopt a healthy lifestyle. Try to keep on smiling, keep a smile on your face, keep it up and pass it on because it's a cherished act. If you're stressful, as Facebook is here because you're using all the time social network media, and that is also addictive behavior. Although there are many benefits and merits and demerits of each and everything, when you start craving and you are fully addictive, your dopamine level is going down. Then it means your withdrawal symptom. You need to give a gap. You need to switch it off when you sleep. So sleep again is if it is natural way of secretion dopamine, then it boosts up your sleep, boost up your mood. So that's all for today, and hopefully you will we will learn. Even it's learning for it's myself learning. I'm learning from all of these talks, and these are not lectures. This going to communicate with myself. I'm going to talk to myself because I'm accountable of myself. In front of me, my photo in my video is there. So I mean, I'm talking to myself. It's even helpful for myself. Self compassion, self love, self respect is there. So take well care of yourself. If you have any query, go to my descriptions, and my number is there on this description. And you need to, if you like to subscribe or if you like to share, you can feel free to do it. Take care for now, and take care of yourself, your family, friends, and people around you. Take care, and bye bye for now. Take care. Bye bye.